Somebody look at your neighbor and say she finna bring it tonight. I said somebody look at your neighbor and say she finna bring it tonight. And if you ain't got a neighbor, look at yourself and say she finna bring it to fuck a night. Or we gonna jump right into it, cause that's how we do it over here. I ain't gonna say it too long tonight, y'all. But folks been asking me. And ancestors wanted me to bring this message. Before I bring that message about the Sinners movie. Come on, let's do it. We jumps right into it. Almost everybody is aware that the Nottoway Plantation was destroyed by fire. It burned down. The news report said that they believed the cause of the Nottoway Plantation fire was electrical, and it wasn't suspicious. That's what the news reports told us. You know, they gotta tell us something. Now, folks asked me, and they said, what ancestors done told you? So, madam, about this Nottoway fire that went down. And ancestors gave it to me like this, y'all. They said the roof be on fire. They don't need no water. Let that fucker burn. That's what they said. Let me tell y'all the story on what happened to me. A few days ago, I was sending some packages off. And I was writing out this man's package by the name of Nazir. Shout out to you, Nazir. You can leave it in the comments for the witness. So, I was writing out this man's package by the name of Nazir. And when I start writing out his city and state name was Auburn, Alabama. You heard me, right? Auburn, Alabama. And when I was writing out the word burn, I started smelling fire. Like something was burning. You know, so I got up. And I started walking around, sniffing. What is that? Sniffing, burning, and ass of shit. I said, ancestors, what is that burning smell? And ancestors said, we gonna burn it down. And I just went on about my business. I said, okay. Because when they speak like that, later on I end up seeing something. We fast forward to today. And I done heard about the plantation house burning down. Let me break it down to y'all like this. I ain't just freeing my ancestors, y'all. I've been in the background, the secret place, freeing the ancestors that been trapped down here. Yes, it's ancestors that have been trapped down here. And ancestors told me. Ancestors said, one of the reasons why you are here, this is what they told me. They said, one of the reasons that I am here is to free the ancestors, like Harriet Tubman freed the fucker slaves. Let's go deeper. I'm going to give y'all some background information on the Nottoway Plantation. In 1859, the slave master, John Hamden Randolph, he was known as being a wealthy sugar planter who constructed Nottoway Plantation. And he did this in White Castle, Louisiana. The 53,000 square foot mansion had about 64 rooms. And it was built through the forced labor of over 150 black slaves. Let's talk about that, my people. No, I ain't prejudiced. But we got to talk about what's going on. I'm showing y'all what ancestors told me to give y'all. That Nottoway Plantation, that wasn't no symbol of greatness. Our ancestors was forced to build the master's houses and everything else that he wanted built. Master say, I want them chairs built. Honey, our ancestors had to build them. He said, we want dressers built, beds built. They had to build them. I said, our ancestors was forced to endure horrible labor in those fuckaka sugarcane fields, breaking they fuckaka back. Some of our ancestors was fainting in the fuckaka field. It was so hot. And they had to pull a fuckaka sugarcane. And guess what? If they didn't do it, if they ain't do what Master told them to do, they end up getting whipped. I said, Master did some horrific things to our people when they ain't want to work that I can't even say on YouTube. Tell me, how this fuckaka place is of happy memories. These ain't no happy memories. We want to get this far away from our mind. We don't want to think about this. Ancestors said. This is what the ancestors told me, y'all. They said that building, that house, that plantation, it wasn't just a place. It was a spirit prison. That's right. It was a spirit prison. Just like water, it holds memory. Every brick, the wood that they use to build this plantation house, the dirt, the soil, etc., it holds memory as well, especially when it's soaked in blood. Catch that on fleek. You know how many bodies that done died at the plantation? In blood, soaked inside of the soil. The Nottoway house / plantation, it wasn't just a place. It was a container that held trapped slaves / ancestors. That's what it was. And they were unable to ascend fully. But when that fire broke out, y'all, I said when that fire broke out in that plantation house, that was a spiritual thing that went down. I said it was a spiritual thing that went down. The fire, it represents the ancestor spirits rising / ascending, not burning physically. When I say ascended, somebody say, what does that mean? That they're no longer being trapped in that house / plantation container where their energy was being used to feed this demonic system, etc. When I say ascended, meaning their spirit can move around freely instead of being stuck in that one place. Some of the ancestors, y'all, they're going to return back to their bloodlines. Some of y'all was pregnant at that time. And guess what? Some of them going to come back through y'all. Okay? So some of the kids that y'all having, they just stepped out of the flames at the Nottoway house. And y'all going to even be able to tell it. They're going to come back acting like they've been here before. And as they get older, they're going to be telling y'all about something about fire. Listen to them closely. They're going to be talking about fire or something related to that. Now, since we all the way down the rabbit hole, let's call it out. I said I ain't going to tarry too long. Ancestor said, watch what happened. Can I prophesy? It's all right, I'm going to prophesy to y'all. Ancestor said, watch what happened. It's going to be other plantations, statues, banks, and historical buildings, etc. that's tied to oppression. And it's going to end up falling. That's what Ancestor said. And it's either going to fall physically or it's going to fall by reputation / credibility. Okay? Rewind that back if you missed it. And as their symbols start to fall, Ancestor said it's going to be hidden inheritances. Going to start coming back to the ones who've been faithful. And the ones who's supposed to be the ones from the bloodline to receive the inheritance. Okay? I'm going to keep that one right there. Now I want you to look at the name of this house / plantation. Look at it closely. The Nottoway Plantation. That's what they called it. Let me break it down and tell y'all what it means. This is how ancestors gave it to me. Nottoway, meaning the slave master, he told the slaves, our ancestors, told them it wasn't no way out, meaning no way to break free. And even named the house after that, the plantation after that, Nottoway. Not a way out. That there was not a way out for the spirits that was trapped there. And Ancestor said, now we out. And we gonna keep on breaking free. I told y'all,